Hey, crew. Welcome back to the Skippy Report. On this episode, I have Kurt Garcia, the lead and owner of Motor City Tele, based out of Detroit, Michigan. Ergo, Motor City. Anyways, in this episode, we talk a little bit about his history in skiing and how he came into it later in life because he had nothing else to do in the UP of Michigan while he was at school, and how he got into Telemark Skiing, and what a wonderful thing he's doing just outside of Detroit. So grab yourself a beverage, get it yourself comfortable, kick your feet up, and I hope you enjoy this episode as much as I did interviewing Kurt. Kurt Garcia.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the Skippy Report, man.
Why, thank you. How's it going?
It's good, man. Your background is way better than mine.
I just got lucky when I picked a magic one.
You know what? I tried doing that, and it's like it says you got to have a green background. I was like, screw it.
Oh, yeah, I just have like workout stuff behind me.
I see. So for the listeners, I have Kurt Garcia, the primary person behind Motor City Tele. Welcome
right.
to the show.
Why, thank you. This is good. Good times. Love it.
Yeah. Now I have to ask, because there's another, I don't know, it might be you, it might be another Kurt Garcia, who's a PSIA Telemark instructor. Is that you?
That would be me.
Oh,
Absolutely.
okay. Okay, because I always get you and Kurt Burns mixed up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that's funny. First time I met him, like when we were in the same place,
Yes.
Palooza there, I was like, everybody kept saying Kurt. I'm like, why is everybody talking to me? They don't even know me.
Yeah, that was like the first time I went to Midwest Telefest, and I took a young fella who's the same age as Keith Opperman's son, and their both names are Gavin, so there were like two Keiths and two Gavins.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's trouble.
Very cool. Very cool. So, how did you get into telemark skiing, man?
That's a good one. So I got out of school. I started skiing in college. We had, lots of snow at Michigan Tech.
Yes.
And
that's in the
skiing.
UP?
Yeah, it's all the way up there. Well, it's a little shy of Bohemia.
Okay.
But in Houghton, we had 330 inches of snow the first year I was up there.
Wow.
So it was like you either learn to ski or you stay inside. So
right.
I learned to ski, and then we got out of college, and after skiing, every day at school that I could, then all of a sudden we're skiing 4 days a year. It wasn't working. So
right.
And then I started teaching with the guy I was playing soccer with, and he got me teaching at Mount Brighton, and then I realized, man, I'm not a good skier,
right.
but this is really fun so far. So then I started teaching Alpine side, and then after a couple more years there, all of a sudden Josh was like, "Hey, look at these," and he just walked out with telemark stuff. He's like, "You need to get these. We're doing this now." I'm like, "Okay,
right.
Let me try mine." So I tried them on, and they fit. I'm like, so I went and ordered some off eBay, and then the next week we started doing it.
Very cool.
So, yeah.
Very cool. You know what? I used to work for traveling Telemark Ski School here in Ontario, and when I first started telemark skiing, then Holly, who was the owner or one of the owners, she says, "You should instruct." And I said, "But I'm not that good of a skier." She goes, "Nah, you're good enough. You can get better by instructing."
Absolutely. Yeah, like 99% of our lessons are beginners, which is fine.
Yeah.
And it's fun, and it's great to see them get going.
Yes.
But then the majority of the time for ourselves is working with each other and, teaching each other our little tricks and
right.
things to work on. And it kind of trains your brain a little bit too when we're skiing on 200-foot vertical here
yes.
in the Detroit area. You get bored quick unless you're working on something. So
that's right.
That's helped a lot.
That's right. And you know what? We always have this conversation because there seem to be, in Canada anyways, the better skiers, I'll get in trouble, but I don't care, come from the East because they see their coaches more often. Yeah. You might be on a 200, 300, or a 4-foot or 800-foot hill. You're going to see your coach much more often than somebody's got to go up in a big mountain, go up that way. And you see more coaches more often. So I think the kids are better skiers from here in the East.
There's something to it. And the other part of it is, if you're willing to go out and ski in the rain,
Yes,
then you're pretty well dedicated. So,
that's right. Yeah, but my wife has a former colleague who queried her and said, Dylan wants to get into skiing. Do you know any good instructors? Or what should I do? And I said to my wife, as she told me that, I said, is Blair asking me to teach her son how to ski? Because I will. And so we had it planned for tomorrow, but we're getting like 5 inches of kind of wet, not quite cement, but almost. So I said, maybe we should put it off a day because Wednesday's going to be a sunnier day.
yeah, it's tough. Like if it's a little bit of a light sprinkle, it's okay actually because the snow tends to be all right to learn on and nobody's there. So
Right.
there's less fear of people. But if it's cold and rainy, it's just miserable and it's not even worth trying.
That's right. That's right. But if you're a skier already, right? Like we, ski the East, born from ice, right?
Exactly.
Cool. So how did your ski background, you said you didn't ski as a little kid then?
No, I did. I was hockey and soccer growing up.
Okay. And you grew up in and around Detroit?
Yes. Yeah.
Very cool. All
Grew up in
right.
a town called Redford. It was bordered on Detroit.
Yep.
And played hockey in Redford and Livonia and Dearborn, and
Right.
then went to college and played some IM hockey, and
Yep.
now it's just a men's league,
Right.
every week. It's good.
You're too young to be in men's league or
Yeah,
yeah,
we're still
beer league.
one, yeah. One day it's still open, so we play against some young kids once in a while,
Right.
but the rest of the time it's fine.
Checking involved or no?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I mean there is, but it's not supposed to be.
Right. It's accidental, eh? So
Yeah.
what did you take in college?
I'm an electrical engineer.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah. So that's my main job is doing engineering, and that pays for all this stuff.
Right. Wow. So that helps you pay for your whole fleet and everything?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So
I mean,
let's
eventually, like some t-shirt and sweatshirt sales are going to make up a fair amount of it, but
yes.
right now it's just basically out of pocket, and I put it in the LLC. So in case something happens, it stays away from me. But
Yes.
apart from that,
Wow. You know what? It's I started last year and carried on with the women in Telemark Skiing, and this year it seems to be I'm talking to retailers and people who have demo fleets. It's like
yeah, that's kind of cool. It's good.
Yeah.
Like our crew, I was skiing around the Detroit area. It wasn't many of us,
Right.
and certainly when I was skiing at Mount Brighton, there was maybe one other person.
Right.
And so every time I skied, people would ask me, "What's that? How do you do that?"
Right.
And I'd say, "Well, do you have a size 25.5 boot?" And they'd say, "No." And then I can't help you.
Right.
So I kind of got annoyed with that over time, and then COVID happened, and
Right.
I just had nothing better to do but sit on my phone and buy gear. So here we are now. I've got 25 sets of 75 mil stuff, and then I'm up to about 10 or 12 sets of NTN gear.
Wow. So I've been thanking all you guys, the retailers, for investing their hard-earned cash and time for supporting our sport, and people with fleets. I thank you for doing that and schlepping the stuff all over. It's hard. I've done that.
Oh yeah. I get help from some of the folks around here too, for sure.
Right.
And then like I'm going to Lower Peninsula Pinhead Reunion, and I'll take all of my stuff. I filled up the whole I had to borrow my parents' minivan because I didn't have something big enough.
Right.
But like floor to ceiling, gate to front seat, completely full.
Wow.
So that's pretty fun.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I may have something to help you with that because I have something that's sitting around. You have to have a tow vehicle though.
Okay.
I've got a small trailer that I will give you, and it held all of our fleet for Telemark Ski Ontario.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, so we'll have to coordinate that. It's sitting at a friend's place, and
awesome.
Like my daughter lives in Amherstburg, just just south of you on the Canadian
Oh,
side.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be in the Toronto area. I don't where are you at?
I live an hour east of Toronto.
Okay, well, we'll be out there for hockey in a couple weeks here in January for my
Oh,
son. So
very cool. All right. Well,
maybe that'll work out. We'll see.
I'm gonna hypothesize I might not be here because my wife and I were planning our ski season because we have a cottage in Quebec right on the Vermont border. And
Nice.
between January and February, we're only home 10
Strong.
days.
That's awesome.
It
That's a
is.
great plan. I love it.
It is. It is. Yes. Yeah. So, but yeah, maybe we can work something out.
That'll be amazing. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
And then, we're trying to set one up in Boyne or somewhere else up in the Traverse City area
Right.
also. So, 3 hours of driving with
Yes.
stuff, flying around the car it's fun, but
Yes.
it would obviously help to have something to put it in.
Yeah. You know what? I never realized how long of a drive it was north in Michigan. It's a good drive because my wife's from Thunder Bay, so we would come down through the Sioux, down,
Yep.
we go through Detroit to go and visit our daughter on the way home, or when we were up in the at the Midwest Telefest. It's like that's a ways out there. And this is coming from a guy who drives a lot. I didn't expect Michigan to be like that.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't seem like that much when you're on the map, but then when, you get a little bit of snow and a little bit of traffic, and all of a sudden you're on the road for 10 hours, you're like, wait, what's going on? How are we still in the same state?
Right, right. Like I've been telling some people who aren't familiar with Ontario, you can drive east to west for 24 hours and still be in the same province.
Yep.
So
Crazy.
how, so you mentioned, was that a friend named Josh who said that you had to get...
Josh Ruffles was a friend of mine that we played soccer with as adults. And he just came to the soccer games probably a couple, 2, 3 years in a row or something, saying, hey, what do you want to teach?
Right.
We have tons of fun. Come on. And then finally I was like, yeah, let's do it. I got to do it because I'm not skiing enough.
Right.
And so that just got me on the hill more.
Right.
And then he started telling, and he ended up actually leaving Brighton and going out to what's the Moonlight Basin before Big Sky bought it. And he taught for a year out there, and he was telling a lot when he was out there.
Wow.
So
very cool. And so when did you start the Motor City Tele fleet?
So that was let's see, the real shutdown was in 2019, right?
March 2020.
March 2020. So then in March of 2020,
yep.
Probably in April, I started buying stuff.
Okay.
And I bought here and there over the summer all year. And then 2020 to 2021, that was the first winter.
Okay.
Everything.
And did you operate mostly out of Brighton?
Yeah, well, the interesting thing, so in the Detroit area, there's 4 places.
Yep.
Brighton, Holly, Pine Knob, and Alpine Valley. And I live smack dab between Pine Knob and Holly. And they're both in either direction, 15 minutes from my house.
Wow, that's convenient.
But I drive to Brighton still because that's where I teach, which is a 45-minute drive. But so we do kind of both. Since I'm close to Pine Knob, we have a friend at the resort there that's the assistant ski school director. So Andy gets us a lot of people interested, just
referrals,
he's there all day, every day.
Yeah.
And then we have time, and we can get his instructors free in the evening to go ride together. So
nice.
Because he's running it, so he can, help him out a little bit. And then, yeah. So we have a pretty good crew there. And then at Brighton, it's slowly growing and growing and growing. So
nice.
It's a good time.
Now, do you have any retailers in the Detroit area or?
Well, so there's multiple stores that will order.
Okay.
We've worked through one of the places called Sun and Snow. It has a place in Plymouth and Ann Arbor. And they have boot fitters that are used to Tele boots.
Okay.
So we've worked through them a fair amount to get skis and mount some skis earlier on.
That's great.
And so we got our own jig.
Yep.
But pretty any of the stores will work with us.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But there's nobody carries anything.
Right.
There's no.
That's right.
So we had I actually was counting before this. we had 5 people that skied with us last year in one form or another that all bought their own gear this summer.
Right on.
So we've had like helping them like work around and find as good a deals as they can for gear and
Yes.
get their stuff mounted up, and it's been going pretty much ongoing all since July, really.
Right. Yeah, I know I was skiing with a friend that I haven't skied with before. We're aware of each other. We're friends on Facebook. And since 2020, he decided he was going to just ski the woods because the woods are right out his back door almost. And it's like, why bother, getting a lift ticket? But now that he's 65 and his local hill gives him a sweet deal, he says, "Yeah, I'm going to be lift served. I got some gear for that because he likes skiing just with 3-pin and leather boots in the backcountry." And so I said, "Well, you want to meet at Sir Sam's? This is 2 hours north of me, and it's an hour east for him." So we met up yesterday, and we had a blast. It was awesome. He dragged somebody else out, and yeah, it's the tribe is out there, but it was awesome because he was like, "Yeah, I haven't skied at a resort since 2019."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, and he's, he's always in the woods. There's all sorts of shots of him. If you ever, I don't know, you might be friends with him on Instagram or Facebook or see him in the forum. It's Encino Stevens. So his name's
Okay.
Steve. Yeah, it's like Encino Man. His name's Dave Stevens. Yeah, so, but yeah, it was,
That's awesome. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, same thing. Like people come out of the woodwork. Yesterday I went to Home Depot. It was truly had. Yesterday I just went to Home Depot to pick something up. I had a Motor City Tele sweat. Or no, I just had a winter like Christmas ugly Christmas sweatshirt with
yeah,
a ski person on it,
yeah.
and then my Motor City Tele hat. And I went to check out, and the guy's like, "So you're actually a skier?" I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "And you telemark too?" I was like, "Wait, what?
You know
How
about
did you,
that?
you know about that?" Turns out he was like in the 70s from Michigan. He got addicted enough that he moved out and lived in Breckenridge for, 7 or 8 years,
Wow.
telemarketing the whole time. Like I was like, holy smokes, it's random.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. So, your first year running your fleet school, um, about how many people did you have?
Oh, that's a good one.
And about how much gear were you able to acquire for your first year?
So at that point I had somewhere probably about 15 pair of 75 mil boots, 6 or 7 skis, somewhere in that
Wow.
range.
That's good.
Um, and we did a couple demos, one at Brighton, one at INUB. And in both locations, we had somewhere in the range of 15 people try it, which if you go to an Alpine demo, it's like it's a spinning door,
Yes.
like a
Yes.
rotating door, just people in and out, in and out.
Yeah.
So we have a lot less.
Yeah.
But from both places, out of those 15 people, the number of people that came back in both places, I had at least 2 people come back and try to borrow gear for long periods of time
Wow.
and then buy gear that summer. So like the retention rate is really high.
Nice. That's well done.
Yeah, so it's good. And then even like last year I had out 4 pairs of 4 kids setups
Yes.
that were out for the whole year.
Wow.
And then 2 of them stayed out this year because they want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And then somebody that was from Italy randomly started, mentioning in the Facebook
Yep.
forums like, "Hey, can I get gear?" And then he ended up coming from Milwaukee to Detroit just to Tele for a couple days and our 200-foot vertical, and then
Wow.
go back to his family in Milwaukee. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Um, and then at the LPP reunion last year,
Yes.
every piece of gear I had was out all at one time. I was
Wow.
standing there going, "Where did everything go?"
That's
Like,
fantastic.
it was great.
That's awesome. So, it's obviously increasing and growing every year since you started. And so your first year you had a couple of events.
Mm-hmm.
Are they growing, or do you show up and have like weekly lessons or
So we do a weekly gathering at Pine Knob. It's been on Wednesdays prior this year. This year it's going to be on Tuesdays, but We have anywhere from 4 to 10 regulars.
Wow.
Like out of the 10 people, somewhere around 4 to 5 of us show up every week.
Yep.
And then it seems like every week we have somebody new trying. Like I
Er,
can't really remember a day where we just went out and started,
Yep.
doing gates or something. But we always go out and we get the person going, and then we just kind of ski around and help each other out, and
Right
that's
on.
about it. So that goes every week through the winter.
Er,
And then for anybody else that contacts me that wants to try, sometimes they come to that gathering on Tuesdays. Sometimes we meet up at a different, location or a different time.
Right.
But it just depends on everybody's schedules.
Very cool. So seeing that we're on that thread of people contacting you, wanted to try it, where's the best place for people to contact you?
Yeah, at any social at Motor City Tele.
Okay.
That's it. At Motor City Tele.
Right on. All right. So
Really easy.
events for this year.
Yep. For this year, so we've got planned. Um, I'm going to Telepalooza, and I'm going to take a bunch of my stuff with me.
Mhm.
They have their own gear there, so I don't have to bring my gear.
Right.
But I'm bringing a crew of people, probably 2 never evers, going with us
Right on.
from Detroit. And then we're going to have the LPP reunion, which is January 23rd, 24th, and 25th at Cabernet.
Yep.
And I'll have all my gear there on Saturday. And hopefully, tons of people show up again like last year.
Yep.
It's a good time. And then after that, I've been trying to work out a couple other demo days and just kind of show up and have the gear days, but I haven't nailed it down in the calendar yet. So
Right on.
hopefully we can get one up either if we don't have it at Boyne, it may be somewhere near Boyne for all those folks.
Okay.
That's what we're looking for.
So if you get that, send me, or I'll cross pollinate it here, because that's what I'm trying to do with the Skippy Report Instagram page. Put stuff up when I see it. So yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I gotta get out there. I haven't been posting too much through the summer, but
right.
we're starting to.
Wow, you know what? You're super busy, man. You got to take some time off. You don't want to get burned out.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I do have to lay down on the couch and do nothing.
Yes, we like to do that. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, so I did ask the time for this talk because I assumed that by the time we got done mounting skis this morning,
right,
that my son was going to have me go out and skate, which we did. So
today
was mounted 4 or 5 sets of skis.
Yep.
And went out and skated for a couple hours, and then came in for this.
Oh, right on. Yeah, that's like I've been trying to chase this one person for almost a year to be on the podcast, and we've planned it a couple of times, and it kind of fell through. And then I don't know, maybe an hour ago, he goes, "Hey, kind of late, but I'm off tomorrow. Can we do it tomorrow?" Because he's off racing in the World Cup. It's Adrian Ball from Canada. And I was like, oh, damn, I got to teach somebody in the morning. How about at 6:30 tomorrow morning my time? That's 12:30 your time. He goes, that works.
Nice.
So
you get to get up early.
Well, I usually get up about 5 anyway, so I can get a coffee into me and look presentable before I meet Adrian online.
Exactly. Yeah. Schedule's the hardest part, and between teaching and then going out to a couple of demos when we can.
Right.
I do shuttle a lot of skis out of my house. Like we have a shed next to our garage, and people come and we trade skis that way. Or
right.
If there's something like last year, somebody in Grand Rapids wanted some skis, so I knew somebody that was driving that way, and they just took the skis, dropped them off at a store out there that was friendly.
Yeah.
And then they picked them up at the store. Whatever we can do, if it's anywhere in Michigan or within driving distance, we'll get the skis out there.
Pimping.
Yeah.
Pimping ski equipment. Right on.
Whatever it takes,
Right
it's
on.
all for it's all for the term, it's all fun.
Yeah, for sure.
More people we have doing it, I think people just tend to love it, and really want to go back.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, right on. Like yesterday my wife had problems getting into her 22 design Outlaws, the original ones, which I had a problem in it, but mine is because I'm bow-legged. Anyway, so I told her, she goes, "It's okay, I'll go back to my cable stuff." And I said, I didn't invest in NTN boots and bindings for the stuff not to be used. So I was like, I'll buy you some new bindings. But I don't know how much the 22 design stuff is in the U.S. Is it still like the Outlaw X is 420?
Yeah, something in that range.
Okay.
But we, being an instructor, we get a little discount there.
Yeah.
And then when we initially started our NTN fleet, I did go and get a demo fleet price through them, which was very helpful for me.
That's good.
And then this year I went and got 6 pair for our fleet itself.
Right.
And then I ordered some more to help other folks. But 22's been really good with working with us.
That's awesome.
We appreciate all their help.
Yeah. So here's the thing, and shit your pants moment right now. So for us to buy a pair of Outlaw X's is $780.
What?
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that way.
No.
I think you need to when you go in January and February to your place in Quebec, cross over the bridge and save yourself some money.
Yeah. It's nuts, but it's still you know what? It's the monetary fund or whoever controls it. They use the American dollar as the gold standard, and it's $1.40 difference. It's 40% more. Yeah,
that's a lot.
And it's nuts because like my dad's got a place in Florida. He's there right now. He'll tell me, it's $9 for a pound of bacon. I was like, what? Like we don't pay. I don't think we pay $9 for a pound of bacon. So that's like $12 Canadian or $13 Canadian for a pound of bacon. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember growing up, living close enough to Windsor.
Yeah.
All the hockey kids would drive into Windsor to buy all their equipment and then drive back because exchange rate back then was beneficial for us.
That's right. Yeah. So let's get back to skiing. So as an alpine skier, you got into instructing.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just had that natural connection to become an instructor in Telemark.
Yeah, it's I wasn't teaching in education. Both my parents are teachers. My sister's a teacher. My grandfather was a music teacher his whole life. So that thought process apparently was on the brain. So once I found the thing, which for me was skiing, like it clicked right away and
right on.
Love doing it. Still do it. I did many years in the kids program at Brighton.
Yeah.
And intentionally keeping myself on the bunny hill in my ski boots, not in skis, because those first 2 turns are so important for the kids to figure out the right way.
Yes.
Because once they get that, then they can go anywhere they want.
That's right.
Whatever we have open now, I'll do, kids lessons or, beginner adults.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. It's fun stuff.
Yeah. I always, like tomorrow, well, when I was supposed to teach Dylan tomorrow, which will be on the 24th now, he's pretty competitive. He's a hockey player. So I told my wife, I said, I was a phys ed teacher. So it's like, okay, this will be a ski lesson that is hockey oriented so that he understands. Because one of my favorite lessons.
Stop that way.
What's
hockey
that?
Stop that way.
Yeah, that's right.
Hockey stop that way. Just don't stop as much.
That's right. Exactly. Teach him how to wedge stop, just in case, and then go from there. Right.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. One of my favorite lessons was I taught a ballet dancer who was a cross country skier, and she was having a hard time. And I said to her, show me first position with your skis on. So she put her feet in first position. I said, okay, just knock your knees now. Brought her edges forward. Because I was one of these guys, we might be on the beginning of the bunny hill, but we don't use the rope tow or the magic carpet. We go up the hill on our skis and then ski down. That way they're staying warm on really cold days and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, she got it right away, as long as you know what the students or the client's strength is, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you gotta listen, ask questions.
Yes.
Figure out what they're excited about.
Yeah, right on. Especially with kids too, right?
Yes, for sure. And you get, most of the time the kids are there because they want to be there. Some of the times they're not. So even on those days, you just got to probe with questions and figure out what it is they like
Yep.
and just get them talking about something else. Then they kind of open up and start going.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, that my daughter got our grandchildren out on Saturday. They have to drive to London from Amherstburg for a ski hill, and that's like 2 hours away. But she saw this thing online where they had these cardboard cutouts of skis, and and she has a tile floor in the basement. So she was explaining to the kids, put your feet on, move the cardboard, and create like a slice of pizza, and then make it straight and have French fry. Because my grandson Avery, he's little. He's like a little pinball, right? And his sister's just a little older, not as brave as Avery. And but you know what? Last year I called her kind of like a princess, just a couple of runs, and then she wanted to go have hot chocolate, which was okay. But Avery wanted to stay out there. So, but this year she stayed out like the whole day skiing. So I think Bronwyn said that Lola's pretty ready to go on her own. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, the cardboard cutout before they even go out, it's a great idea.
Yeah, because we bought them little plastic skis and stuff, and they wear them around in the house in the basement. Just so they get used to it, right?
Yeah, if they can walk around the tile on plastic skis and not hurt themselves, they're doing great.
Yeah, that's right. We got them snowshoes for Christmas this year, and my daughter goes, "We don't have much snow." And I said, "Bronwyn, it snowed the other day. I could see mostly grass with a little bit of white. What were your kids doing?" She goes, "Yeah, I know. They were making snow angels." I said, "There was really no snow. Kids don't care."
Yeah.
I said, we'll just throw the snowshoes on, and they can walk around in a 1/4 inch of snow.
Yep.
Well,
I'm outside. Turn the phones off.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, hey, I want to thank you for quickly jumping on this and
Awesome.
promoting Motor City Tele. That's thanks for doing that. That was awesome that you're investing a fair chunk of your own change into this organization.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate the time. And at some point, we'll have to ski together. It would be great.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yep. All right. Well, take it easy, and thanks again.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another episode of the Skippy Report. Big thank you to Kurt Garcia for taking the time to talk with me this evening and for sharing all his information about Motor City Tele, based out of on the suburbs of Detroit, Michigan in the U.S. And thank you for all his personal time and money that he's invested in his fleet. And if you're in kind of that area of Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, maybe Illinois, and you're wanting to get into Telemark skiing, or you're near an event where he's at, you need to support those guys. Show them the love, because they're the ones who are carrying our sport forward. So again, huge thank you to Kurt for jumping in on this rather quickly. And don't forget to look for him on the socials at Motor City Tele. Anyways, thanks again for listening to the Skippy Report, and we'll have another episode in a couple of weeks. Peace out.